Yo, mi gente. Romero just said that Edgar Berlanga's only chance of winning is by landing that one and flush knockout punch. Check this out.
VIC SZN
got that flavor.
You're damn right we do. Welcome back to all my returning, viewers. And if you're new to this channel, this is where I like to cover the latest, greatest, and most exciting fight news, while I also elaborate with my personal thoughts, opinions, perspective, ideas, so on and so forth. So if this is the type of content that you are into, please make sure to smash that like button on your way in. And don't forget to subscribe to your boy. You already know what's up. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
If Berlanga were to win, how does that look like?
I think there's only one way he could win,
How's that?
and that's gonna be just one lucky punch. And not even a lucky punch, he like I said, he said he's gonna set it up. So I don't even know what hand. That'd be upset of the generation, though.
Yeah, that'd be a huge upset.
That'd be upset of the generation,
Yeah.
or the whole generation
To probably be one of the biggest shocks of the year. That's
of
for
the
sure.
year,
Well, yeah, this
of
year.
the decade.
That's what obviously.
Well, no one thought he was going to lose to Bivol. That was a pretty big shock there too, with Canelo.
No,
Nah.
but the thing is, the difference between Bivol, Bivol is a much more bigger technician, and then two, Bivol is also bigger,
Yeah.
a lot bigger.
You don't think Berlanga's bigger than Bivol?
Hell no.
Berlanga's a big dude.
Yeah, but Bivol's bigger.
Bigger weight. I feel like Berlanga had no problem fighting at light heavyweight.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Bivol's bigger. Canelo looked tiny next to him.
Yeah, no, he's always the smaller guy against these guys.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we're talking about a dude that came up from 140.
Yeah.
Okay, debuted at 40, I believe, no?
At 40 and then at 47, then 54.
Yeah,
and,
he had a success. Started getting a success at.
He was like a
47.
kid though when he was at that weight. He was like
Yeah.
15, 16.
Yeah, but still, I mean, 160-pound Canelo was a monster. 68-pound Canelo was a monster. 54-pound Canelo, I feel like the weight was killing him a little too much. But like I said, that 60-pound Canelo, 68-pound Canelo was a monster. And I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't nobody in the world gonna tell me Berlanga punches harder than Triple G.
Why do you feel that?
I mean, dude, Triple G was bro. Triple G was just. He was a complete animal, especially at that time. Yeah, I can't really. I really can't put too much. I can't really put too much in it, thought into it. Some things. It's better just to. It's like a sunset. You just want to You can't solve that stuff, You gotta just sit down and admire it, and that's one of those things. You just gotta sit down and admire it.
That fight?
You gotta admire it, You can't really just think too much about any of this stuff. And if that fight, all that stuff. There ain't no solving shit in boxing. We're just all spectators of it. I can solve shit because I'm in the ring. The fighter can solve shit. But everyone else is just shut the fuck up and spectate and enjoy the show.
I've been on
solve
that.
shit.
I've been on that.
Just enjoy it.
Just enjoy the show.
Is there anything else in particular, Rolly, like when we talk about boxing, when we talk about...
Especially
Now,
at that time.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big fan of I'm not gonna say big fan. I'm a fan of Rolly Romero. I think he's great for the sport. His personality is great for the sport. But I ain't gonna lie, I do feel like he lost some of his spark. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's just coming from losing fights, because I felt like even after he lost the Tank, he could have just still provided that same personality, and it was still working for the most part, for me at least, as a fan of his personality for the sport. But it just seems like he lost that spark a little bit. Like, he almost seems like his brain is fried all of a sudden. Like, before he just had more, it's more like, he had like more enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? Like, now he just seems like this, boxing spiritualist. like he ate a shroom And like he eats shrooms every time before an interview, and then he just tries to get into a deep thought that just goes somewhere that he might eventually forget what the main topic was about. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the sunset and this, that. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Where we going with this? But for the most part, there's something I did want to touch up on.
Yeah.
Okay, debuted at 40, I believe, now.
At 40 and then at 47.
54-pound Canelo, I feel like the weight was killing him a little too much.
So, all right, let's get back over here. One thing that I know he did touch up on was, Edgar Berlanga's only way of winning is by a lucky punch, KO, knockout, which is, I mean, I could see a lot of people thinking that same exact ish. One thing though that I do want to point out that I know there's two totally different fights. But when we seen Pitbull versus Rayo, a lot of us believed that Rayo's only way of winning is by landing that one knockout punch. But somehow he was able to finesse himself into a decision win. I wouldn't even say finesse, like he just did his damn job and did his part. Now I know that there's a difference between skill between fighters when it comes to comparing them to Edgar and Canelo, but I'm just trying to keep an open mind, because I feel like sometimes you don't have to be more skillful than your opponent to win a fight. You just have to have the right tools for your opponent to win the fight. And a lot of times, that's where the saying comes from, styles make fights. It does seem like Edgar Berlanga's style is tailor-made for someone like Canelo Alvarez, but what I will say is, depending how he prepares for this specific fight, and if he utilizes the tools that can get him the victory, it can happen in a decision. If he's able to do, avoid the punches, keep the distance, land shots just as effective, but not where you're having too much commitment behind it, where it's gonna leave you vulnerable for a counter, and he does have the height. It seems like he's a little bigger than Canelo at that. And I feel like those tools alone can win the fight without him even having that IQ. We see it all the time in boxing. You know what I'm saying? We see fighters come in there being very skilled against someone that don't seem like they belong in there with them, but that one person just does enough. And an example is Pitbull versus Rayo. I feel like that's a perfect example where we didn't see Rayo winning. I seen it. I'm not gonna lie, I've been promoting it. I picked him to pull the upset and I got it right. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. I even got a payday for that, John. I'm not gonna hold you, but not even through betting and shit. I don't be gambling too crazy. But, I have a great VIC SZN familia over here. You know what I'm saying? That show some love to your boys. So shout out to y'all. Love y'all to the bottom of my heart. But what I will say is that people didn't expect Rayo to win. And I think, Pitbull in that situation was supposed to seem like the more effective fighter, the more impactful fighter, the more powerful fighter. You know what I'm saying? But Rayo, and it might even seem like, we don't see Pitbull being the most skillful person, because we only seen him do one thing great, and that's dominate the fight all the way through. But with that comes with great IQ, because you have to adjust and adapt to the fighter you're fighting against in order to, to take advantage of those shots. But I think with Rayo in this situation, like to finish off my comparison and my example or analogy, whatever you want to call that shit, I just feel like Rayo utilized the tools he had perfectly. I felt like his style was tailor-made for Esau Pitbull Cruz. But he boxed. Usually when you see him in his fights, it seems like he chases knockouts. But in this situation with him versus Pitbull, it seemed like he boxed his way and utilized his tools to win that fight. Utilized the style to beat him. Not necessarily, be himself, but kind of like get more into his boxing bag to beat him. And that could very well happen in this fight with Edgar, the body bully, Berlanga, against Canelo Cinnamon Toast Crunch Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? And there's no insult. There's two ways that could go with that nickname. You know what I'm saying? Cinnamon Toast, because, Canelo, cinnamon, you know what I'm saying? And then, toast, because he toasts up his opponents with a crunch. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hold up.
This is the universal favorites of fight fans from all nations. Thank you for tuning in to VIC SZN Sports, the #1 source for combat news and creations.
Toma, huepa, chacho, pa que sepa, puñeta.
You know, let me know what you think of it in the comments. Do you agree with Rolly Romero? You know what I'm saying? Do you believe that all Edgar only has that lucky punch to win the fight? Before you do, though, you know, don't hesitate to drop a little something in my cash app. Don't worry, gotta make sure to bless you with that cash back. While you at it, find that like button, smash that, subscribe to my channel, past that. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you can bring that ass back. And that's that. Why?
VIC
Cause
SZN got that flavor.
you damn right we do. Toma, puñeta, cabrones, homie. Boricua y mexicanos. Yeah, I had to do a little bonus for the end. Peace. Wait, I pressed the wrong shit. Peace.